doing that?
And you are live. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? It's Sunday already. Happy Sunday fun day, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly Sunday live stream. Coming to you live here from Otter Creek, Florida, where we get to hang out with you real time. If you're tuning in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get to read your comments in the live chat. And you get to hear Jeremy sing a song. He said he was going to drop a new song tonight.
I should have spent more time working on it.
I think it's fine.
Well, before we get to it, I need to teach you the chorus. One line. I need help.
Yeah, but you know,
and everybody at home, I need help with everybody. Okay?
But you know I can't sing.
It goes like this. But you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Does it sound like a blue bucket? Does it sound like a... Okay.
Yes, I can. Right, so I can picture blue bucket.
Try that with me. Go.
Okay.
But you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Not bad. Not bad. Now, I'm going to need everybody at home to work on that too now. Okay. And if you got a bucket at home, I don't have any drums. Or do I? With me tonight.
Feel free to whip out the blue bucket.
Get the blue bucket out. We need a little percussion. You ready, George?
I'm going to try to be ready.
Okay, I need help on the chorus, okay? I can be your best friend coming into town, but then you tried to steal with my pipe in the ground. I can bring jobs and I can bring cash. I'm still stuck on the chorus. Okay, all right, redo.
Okay,
all right,
we can do a redo.
Redo. I can be your best friend coming into town, but then you tried to steal with my pipe in the ground. I can bring jobs and I can bring cash, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap.
I missed it.
George, that was... All right, let's try that chorus.
I had one job.
All right, we got a drummer. We got a drummer. All right, we're going to try the chorus again, all right? Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with you. There you go. That was good. Not bad. Then we got stalked and everyday harassed. Crook always wanting to put stuff in my backside.
Oh, it's an obsession.
Backside.
The honey buns.
Had to get a lawyer to try and make him stop, but that didn't help, and neither did the cops. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap.
I got it. I nailed it.
Not bad.
Nailed it.
You know, I think we should try that again. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Not bad. Everybody play on your blue bucket. Here we go.
More cowbell and blue buckets.
People would come from miles all around just to see the turds in this little town. So many watching, can't believe it's true. I just pray it doesn't happen to you. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. One more time, all right? Everybody on the chorus, here we go.
Okay. All right.
Maybe a couple more times, here we go. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know because I'm done with your crap. Not bad, George. Not bad. Cause I can be your best friend coming into town. Then you tried to steal with my pipe in the ground. I can bring jobs and I can bring cash, but you'll never know cause I'm done with your... Why do I try so hard? Got me screaming, Lord, oh Lord. I wanted to do all that, but you'll never know cause I'm done with your crap.
right, give it up for Jeremy. Give it up.
Woo!
Yeah, they've been waiting all week for that song.
Well, you know what?
I've
got another thing for them as well.
And what would that be?
I want to teach them how to make money.
Okay. Everyone should know how to make money.
This is from the Silver Dollar Secret of How to Make Money. We actually found this in a storage unit this week, but it didn't make it in the video. And the answer is go to work.
So no begging online?
No begging, no scamming, no frauding, no stealing. Here, let me pull it back in, and boom.
Boom. We're back.
It still didn't go back in. And here, you try with your hand this time.
Okay.
And okay. I think it might be working.
Peace be with you.
No, it didn't. There's too much in the background. All right. Let me see if I can fix
Megan
this.
Fox says, genius work. Who would have thunk it?
Let me see if I can fix this. All right, I'm coming in closer.
Coming in
less
hot.
in the background. All right, tell me when. There.
No, it's still a little blurry.
There.
There it goes. I think I got it.
All right. Okay. George and I are constantly adjusting this thing. By the way, if you see,
there it goes.
If you see, there's too much. Oh yeah, now I cut my head
there
off.
It goes.
Okay. If you see when we do this to each other, it's because we're trying to be centered in the screen, and we're not always both looking at the screen.
You want me to adjust it?
Do what?
You want me to adjust it?
Okay, you adjust. Okay. You adjust it this time. All right. She's going to go up a little bit. You just went down the stairs instead of up the stairs. All right, and keep going. Right there. We should be good now. Although we have a ton of screenshots to share tonight, and we don't throw them up on StreamYard like other streamers. We are not that sophisticated by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, technically, I could do it. You got to give it to me ahead of time, and I could do it.
Yeah, that's too much work. That's too much work. Definitely too much work. So lots going on in Otter Creek. My goodness. And lots going on tonight. We are giving away $100 tonight. And next Sunday, we are giving away $1,500
in gift cards.
Yeah, in our Whatnot auction. So we're giving away this Sunday is going to be $100. Next Sunday, $1,500. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be wild. Okay. My goodness, where do we even start? How about we start with, the individual that claims she's a private citizen, and yet for the second time, Lynette MLA Preston. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Lynette MLA Preston is on the ballot for Otter Creek, running for town hall yet again, but claiming that she's a private citizen. She is not a public citizen.
Well, it contradicts what she has said years ago, where she can't take a job at town hall. She can't attend the meetings because she has a sick child and can't bring home the germs from other people that's surrounded. But it contradicts what she says, because she's trying so hard to run for a seat, and that's what three attempts now
in Otter Creek. Well, she attempted to get voted in, and she failed miserably. Then she attempted to get a job and failed miserably. Then she filled in for the town clerk, failed miserably. The new town mayor had to take those minutes, throw them out. They were wrong.
Didn't she put in her letter of interest and then withdrew it? Oh my goodness. Interesting how she keeps withdrawing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one. So then she put in her letter of interest and then withdrew
last minute.
Yeah, withdrew because she put in there that she had $118,000 in income, which frankly, we're going to get into that. It seems like it's a whole lot more right now.
Well, don't forget, she asked Judge Grudge, hey, if I run for town council, is this going to interfere with my injunction? Will this change things up?
Well, let's not also forget that she publicly posted, that's great. I'm still going to get a great amount of publicity. Oh boy, I'm going to go to his meet and greet. Maybe we should start uploading these. I'm going to go to his meet and greet for all of his fans. Bring tortoises. One conversation I asked, are donations allowed? He said no. And then, that's great. I'm still going to get a great amount of publicity. And it goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely
it
insane.
was all about her getting some type of financial gain from you. Period.
Well,
End of story.
Well, that's the grift of her life, isn't it?
That was her hidden agenda the entire time.
Now go ahead.
So then downgrades from an actual home in Northport to live in a shed.
Well, you forgot she publicly posted that she was going to live on the property in a tent with this child.
That's right.
But then
in one of her many GoFundMes.
Tried it and then said it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work at all. Wasn't going to work. You know, the other thing that I find is interesting is she has publicly posted that fire actually follows me everywhere. And this is from her in another forum. And what do we see right there above my, oh, come on, Jeremy. Right there above my fingers is, well, I'll just read it. So this is 6 years ago, Lynette Preston.
When she took Crook's last name.
Interesting. Yes. And you can see she actually has Crook's last name up top.
And her maiden name is in there.
I'm so sorry to hear that. My story is I called CPS 4 years, never did anything. When I got my grandchildren for 4 months, they finally stepped in. My house was set on fire with us in it. Huh. That's odd that she publicly has stated that fire follows me everywhere. And yet it would appear as though fire has been following her. Mm-hmm. It would appear that way, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Huh. You know, 6 years ago, were we doing YouTube 6 years ago? I was, you weren't. Or were you yet? Interesting.
2018 is when we met.
Wow. Which day?
So
July
do the math.
What? July what?
The end of July.
20th what?
2018.
27th of July. Booth number what?
I don't remember.
86, where? Buffalo Wild Wings, what city?
Wait a minute.
Medina,
you're
what
going
state?
Off track. You're going
Ohio.
Off track. Going off track here. Focus. Focus, Jeremy.
Focus. Okay, focus. All right, so apparently fire has been following her. Not only that, she's lied horrifically within the adoption paperwork about any type of involvement with civil protection orders, with CPS, with
not just the adoption paperwork, but the guardianship paperwork as well.
Oh yeah, huge, just littered with lies that we have all the info now, which her mom absolutely named her appropriately. Lie. Yeah, without a doubt. Isn't that interesting? And so she wants publicity, but claims she's a private citizen. She wants to run and be voted in, which she has failed multiple times now. And yet she claims she's a private citizen. She wants other people to film the child and put the child online for the grift, but claims private citizen. Huh. Please, somebody help me understand this. Please.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
but that's just the way her brain works.
You know whose other brain works like that? BBB. You know what BBB stands for? Denied. Oh my goodness. Can you believe he filed to move it to Gainesville again?
For a third time. I don't understand what he thinks is going to happen.
This is what goes on in his mind. Somebody give this guy directions to Gainesville. This is it right here. You know what we're gonna start uploading these beforehand because this ain't working. Gainesville to Gainesville, right there. Complete, total, full circle. How dumb, how pathetic do you have to be
for a third time
again? ask for something to be transferred, and the magistrate slap you and reprimand you and tell you, don't be calling me a liar.
There's pros and cons to him filing for the third time.
Now, there may be individuals that don't know what actually happened. Do you want to share with them what actually happened?
No, you can.
No, you can.
It's your case. Please feel free to share.
I mean, you're a part of it as well. I mean, you feel free to share.
No, I'm not a plaintiff or defendant.
Deuce!
But he wanted to depose me anyways.
Oh, and then he lied to everybody and said, "Oh, I just postponed it. Deuce, who is an ambulance chaser, who jumped on board to this because he found out about it on YouTube, which, by the way, is unethical and illegal. And now he has found himself in a situation he cannot get himself out of.
Well, that's how his clients found us too.
Oh, isn't that odd
YouTube.
that his clients stalked us, then he stalked us in the aspect of this, and others are stalking us in the aspect of this. Isn't that interesting? So he doesn't like that, number one. Remember, he hates Trump. He is anti-MAGNA all the way.
Oh, now, he's called Trump an ARPist.
Yes, he has publicly posted that Trump is an ARPist. Listen, we don't get political on this channel whatsoever. But this is a political thing once he found out, oh my goodness, this magistrate is 100% pro-Republican and anti-Deuce. Okay? Now, he's 100% for truth. Now Deuce, scrambling, files a motion. Oh, we got to move this from Gainesville to Gainesville, when he's already told it's in Gainesville. You can't move it from Gainesville. Randy told him that. And then he like a fool shows the planet all of this stuff. And then the magistrate tells him, no, it's already in Gainesville. How are we going to move it from Gainesville to Gainesville? Then he cries to the magistrate, they're making songs about me.
A blues song.
It's a blues song
because of your decision.
And the magistrate says, no, this was not misrepresented. No. This is exactly, the magistrate said, no, no's. You will not. This fool literally attempts again to get it transferred from Gainesville to Gainesville.
What confuses me is at first he said Gainesville was too far for his clients and he wanted it on the county level. So now he's fighting for Gainesville, even though it's in the Gainesville division. That doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, this is the guy who's representing these people, and he knows that they're guilty.
It's not like this guy has any type of professionalism whatsoever. Let's see what he's posting online in the middle of the night, where he's either runk or he's one or the other. I'm guessing he shows all signs of rug abuse that I have seen in the counseling arena. This fool is literally saying these things about people and posting it publicly. Now, here's the other interesting thing.
Well, hold on a second. That's what's called a screenshot, correct?
Yeah, that's called receipts.
Okay, because he's gonna try and twist it and say that you copied and pasted that.
Well, no, that would be the walruses.
Which I don't understand what that means. Yeah. It's called a screenshot.
The walruses would say that we copied and pasted it. And
well, that's his terms too. No, a screenshot is a screenshot. If you know how to take a screenshot.
Give me money. That would be the walruses that say it's copied and pasted. Oh, go ahead, show this. Yeah, you better believe we're showing it in court. Absolutely. It beyond helps us in court. It proves the fact. And so yes, that would be called a screenshot. And he's already done the exact same thing that Lynette has done in the past. Oh, I got hacked. Or dirty deletes.
Has he been caught dirty deleting?
Yeah, dirty deleting.
Because Head Felisa does. She dirty deletes. Boy,
you mean the man?
From what I've been reading online.
From what I heard online, she's a male. That's what I heard.
I mean,
Allegedly.
I think the plan is convinced that the head flea is truly a man.
Yeah, well, that's what's been going around. That is true. That is true. So you got this whole aspect of complete and total lack of professionalism, unethical ambulance chasing, stalking, and the insanity. I mean, it is. If he's not a runk, if he's not a rug addict, which I believe he is showing all signs. He has got some major mental issues.
He's got anger issues as well.
Major.
Yes, he's very short-tempered. You could tell from the screenshots that Shara has shared that he gets very short-fused with his own clients.
Control freak.
Yes.
Yeah, he literally will tell them, read this, do this, read this, do. Now, there are times, and I don't mind admitting this, that I have asked different individuals such as George or Deanna, I would say, hey, we're not going to talk about this anymore. And as a matter of fact, I've even made it company policy. On work time, we're not talking about this anymore. But here's the difference. They work for me. I pay them. And here's the other thing. They still do it anyway. I don't even have control. It's out of control around here. It's out of control. Now, he, on the other hand, tries to control and manipulate every single bit and piece of everything. Interesting.
And then makes it privileged.
Oh, it's
Don't
privileged.
forget, he likes to slap on
I'll
that
sue
it's
you.
privileged.
I'm going to sue you. How many people, I find it hilarious that the anti-what the Hale's ecosystem says that I'm a vexatious litigant. When I have been so patient, I say stop. I send cease and desist. I wait and wait until you push me too far, and then I file. And yet this individual, in almost every piece of communication that I have seen thus far, it is another threat of a lawsuit, another threat of a lawsuit.
Well, wouldn't his client be that person?
You would
because
think.
she's filed more lawsuits than you have, and then has voluntarily withdrew most of them so far.
Yeah. By the way, my lawsuits will not be withdrawn on any of these fools.
No settlements.
They have had the opportunity to stop. They have not, and they are moving forward. And yes, there is a new federal lawsuit filed, and we'll be getting into that. There is 100% new federal lawsuit filed, and we will be getting into that. So before we do, there were some major things that actually happened in Otter Creek this week. You wanna tell them what happened?
Yes.
On the corner.
It was
Otter Creek?
on. It was Wednesday. Yeah, I remember because I was heading to help Jerry with his first auction on Whatnot, and I was following Crystal, and we had to take a detour. But there was another fatality, you guys, on US Highway 19. Does that highway ring a bell? US Highway 19, where there was another individual that lost his life due to a high-speed chase.
Two died.
And during this particular incident, 2 individuals passed away, and there was a school bus involved. Thankfully, there were no children on the bus, but US Highway 19 is the same busy highway that Lynette was walking on at dusk with the child in the stroller heading towards Walmart on foot.
This is same place people are constantly dying. And Lynette is on foot with a child in the stroller.
That's 3
illegally on the road.
Wrong direction. That's 3 fatalities within the last year. So
let's also highlight the aspect that Judge Grudge, when he illegally put a temporary injunction on me, which the appellate courts threw him out, took it away. It's gone. It was illegal. It was in the paperwork. It was illegal. I can say illegal all I want because it was said what he did was illegal. So this is the same place where Judge Grudge continually made me drive around where people are dying yearly. And
when you could have taken a safer public road to get to the schoolhouse.
To my own house, to my own properties. Now, I know what you're thinking because Levy County Sheriff have actually said this as well. Well, you obviously must not be afraid because you're still driving down North Otter Creek Avenue. Okay, let me see. 2 individuals just died. Completely, immediately died, obliterated in a car accident. Or I take my chances on North Otter Creek with rug addicts and runks who can't aim. I think I will take the greater chance of surviving in my vehicle on a road that only the locals drive on with rug addicts and runks who can't hold it steady in the first place versus an absolute death out on the highway. And so the audacity, number one, for Judge Grudge to put me in that position where I could have lost my life, you could have lost your life when you were driving with me, where I had to go around, which I did every single time, even though it was illegal. I 100% cooperated with an illegal temporary injunction. And the Levy County Sheriff making
They probably would have done nothing even if you did drive on the road.
That's true. That's what honestly, it's me. I'm a YouTuber, so they probably would have arrested me immediately. But that's besides the point. And Levy County Sheriff deputies stating, well, you're not scared if you're still driving down this road. Oh, you mean the road where I own the vast majority of all the road frontage? I have multiple drives, multiple gates, all fenced. And I don't want to go and die in a car accident. I'd rather take my lesser chance of death with the freaks across the street. Yeah, that's pretty it's pretty devastating. And so we do pray for the family that has lost their loved ones. And there was a dog involved as well.
There was a dog.
As a matter of fact, Eric, who many have seen, Eric, if you recall, Brian, Eric's brother is Brian. Dr. Crystal is the mom to both boys. And Eric, first thing Eric said when he came into work is he said, man, that's my aunt's bus. I'm like, is she okay? He's like, yeah, as far as I know, yeah, everything's okay. But wow, what a horrible sight yet again. And people continue to pass away there. And it's horrific. And I think it's even more horrific. Now, I don't want to make light of two elderly that passed away. It is horrific. But it's even more horrific when somebody places a child in that position, walking illegally on the road. That's not okay.
No, it's never okay.
Not okay at all.
Even if you want to get exercise, because that was her excuse, that she wanted to get exercise.
I remember
put the child's life in danger.
I remember that we mapped it. How many hours did we say that it was?
It would have taken 15 hours on foot to Walmart.
Interesting. Well, the good news is, she can't find her way to Chiefland and back, when she's walking, but she apparently has now found her way back to God. I'm day by day finding my way back into God's loving arms where we all belong. How about you all? Did God really turn his back on you, or did you turn your back on him? God bless.
Round trip would have been 12, 10.
A lot of hours. Okay, so
well, if she's disabled, she claims that she's disabled and she's pushing a story.
Can't find her way anywhere, but now she's finding her way back to God, which we are accustomed to this because once a month, this is the same thing over and over again. Oh, I'm finding my way back to God. Oh, I'm reading the Bible again. Oh, I'm finding my way back to God. Oh, I'm getting right with God again. Oh, you understand if you have to keep doing this over and over again, there's a pretty good chance you were never right with God in the first place, that you don't even know who God is. I mean, this is just ridiculousness. Now, this is the same, I use this term so loosely, woman who right now is surrounded by publicly proclaimed witches, practicing witches. By the way, and if you want to in the chat and go, there's nothing wrong with witchcraft, you don't understand. Listen, I believe in God, the Almighty Creator. He is sovereign over my life. I've given and devoted my life to him. I believe in Jesus, the Son. All right. And I believe what the Bible says about witchcraft. And there is nothing good that comes from that. And yet this is the same woman who's publicly posting that all these proclaimed witches and warlocks are now the aunts and uncles of this child. But she's somehow found her way back to God. She's found her way back to God as she surrounded herself with these witches and warlocks. Somebody please make that make sense for me.
It's never going to make sense.
Can anybody help me understand this? I'm finding my way back to God. I'm surrounded by witches and warlocks. And the only reason she cares about them is because the grift and the money. As soon as she doesn't get what she wants, what's she going to start doing? Same thing she's done to everybody else. Going to start saying that they did this to the child. They've done this to other children. We already know where it all goes. This is her entire life pattern. Entire life pattern.
The most recent person was her own grandson, the grandson's friend and girlfriend.
Oh, well, her daughter Lindsay is now jumping into the chats as well and stating that all these lies. But the interesting thing is
a lot of the information came from her.
We have it. She begged for my lawyer's number to contact him to throw her mom under the bus. Begged for it.
We have recorded phone calls.
Everything is recorded phone calls, all the communication. And so we will probably end up doing. I think we've already done some in the past in regards to what she's said, I don't know if we've actually, her and her husband, I had to block them both. They would not stop harassing me. What happens in the middle of the night, they're either drunk or they're high, one or the other. And then they would start blowing me up. And I told them, stop. And they wouldn't. And I ultimately had to block them on all social media, phone, the whole deal. It's just insanity. And, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's odd that, as her daughter is now lying for her, when her daughter begged for my lawyer's information so she could really make sure that, I could even pull it up right now. We got so much to cover.
There was a time where she wanted to get back at her mother because her mother put her through Hales growing up and had called CPS, Child Protective Services, on her and her child, and had the feds raid, and the story just goes on and on of like the years of torment that her mother put her through. And then for her to flip flop just shows how mentally unstable and how the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
And all right, I'm going to pull up Price and Lindsay.
Well,
oh my goodness, there's Lindsay
there.
right there. I had to go through so much. Just to find it. Okay. All right. Here's just some just so we're all on the same page. This is Lindsay in the chats. Do you have the video? Jeremy Chook, John threatened to Jeremy use the bang. Can you call me tomorrow sometime, please? I get up. And it's just constant. It's constant. It's begging constant. I need the video. Da 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 da. All right. It's so constant from Lindsay. I can go ahead and I can share all of this.
We could even share that she contacted.
Here's Lindsay right here. Can I get all the information? I want to turn my mom and John into CPS. I'm sending it to the CPS investigator right there. This is just so we're all clear. This is Lindsay Gardner. This is Lynette's daughter. Okay, who's showing up in the chat. Who is lying, saying that we somehow offered to pay for her. Here's her saying, great video about her mom, by the way. Great video. It just goes on and on without me responding.
And then every time she messages, she gets an auto response. We're set up to send auto responses.
And here's her husband. Here's her husband, Price, as well. So here's her husband, Price, right? Here's her husband. Here's her husband, Price, right there. And wants me to call. Constant. They're liars. They're pathological liars. This is a family of pathological liars. And the biggest lie, if we can get this to zoom back out, maybe, baby.
So Lynette claims that,
indigent.
And her attorney claims that you are the one who called CPS multiple times, and it turns out it's the family of the child.
Their family members.
Members.
Even Lindsay reported them to CPS.
She's one. She's one of many.
Here's one of the craziest lies that Lynette in all of her paperwork says she's indigent, right? Mm-hmm. Indigent. All right. We also know, and we're going to get into this. Too. Yeah, Crook did too. We also know that, and we're going to get into this, they've stated multiple times that their land is paid for. They had that beautifully paid for house. And now we're in Otter Creek, the greatest place in the world. They live in a dump. Let me ask you this, okay? Money was given, and we're going to get into Lynette and Crook don't even know how much money and how that's a felony and a fraud and it's theft. And does this look like, this is a video from the Chiefland Flea Market, Does this look like indigent status? You guys tell me. Here we go.
By hand, so maybe don't actually step on them.
Well, 1 second. I'm going to back it up. Does this look indigent status?
Stuff in stones, he makes these by hand, so maybe don't actually step on them. But look how cute they are. And then there's some jewelry in there.
This is Lynette's new booth. Is this indigent status? She just told the child, go sit down. Why isn't she complaining that Chiefland Flea Market is filming? Huh.
Oh, that's pretty. Then we got some more hand-beaded earrings. And then a bunch of more jewelry items. So we got necklaces, bracelets. Yeah. All right, come on, little man.
And then her original booth is right next door, which there's more jewelry.
And here's another, this is her other booth right
We
here.
got a bunch more jewelry items.
Okay, so does that look indigent status to anybody? Not to mention any sale she makes, she must report to the IRS. I'm curious, do you think it's being reported to the IRS or Social Security? Every single dollar, and we're going to get into this as well tonight. Every single dollar that you are given must be reported to the IRS. Now, we're going to see what Lynette has to say about that in just a little bit. But every single dollar must be reported. Every single dollar. Now, we're wondering where this money that was given, and we're going to get into that amount of money here in just a little bit. What's going on? We've seen electric e-bikes. We've seen the child's toys being sold in 2 different locations. We're seeing individuals who never worked and claimed they couldn't work because they're so disabled now are working on a daily basis. Does the federal government know about this, as my taxes are paying them because they're claiming they're disabled and can't work? Now, is this money being claimed? We already know the answer to that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you what she has to say about it in just a minute. But that's not the only thing. She claims she's never had a rug addict on the property, and yet the same rug addict that we shared with you that they're hiding on the property behind the fence got arrested. For what? And yes, this is Lloyd's nephew. Aggravated battery on a person 65 years age or older. Bond set at 50 grand. You know, the same individual that she was just looking for just days ago, but was found in a hospital, who's been living on the property. And yes, it was Andrew on the ladder as Crook was flicking me off. And yes, that will be all dealt with in Ohio court as well, with Crook flicking me off. The whole lie about, oh, I'm stretching my back. That's odd. Very odd. And he wasn't up on the ladder at all. But we've got another rug addict on the property. How many rug addicts have we proven already are on the property? This woman does not care about this child's safety by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all. Well, especially if she's shouting to the world that John is abusive. It's even in the court paperwork. She even said it to the judge, and it was all on film.
She put it.
How could the child be safe around Crook if he is the way he is?
She put it in the court paperwork.
She even said she doesn't trust him by him. She doesn't trust the child by herself with him. So how can the child be safe? Now, with him living on the property, buying the property 50-50.
How's the child safe with this individual who has already been arrested earlier this year? Well, was that, we're in 2025 now. Was that in January
arrest,
or was
there's
that December?
A long list.
He has a huge
it's
list.
A long
Huge.
List of why he was arrested.
He has a huge rap sheet. So now they have this individual living on the property again. Now the world wants to know, the planet wants to know. Oh, was it against Crook and Lynette? And the answer is no. Remember, it's over 65. They are both under 65. Mm-hmm. So whoever Andrew did this to, and for whatever Andrew did this to, we don't know yet. We do know it's not Lynette or Crook. Or if it is, they lied yet again.
About their age.
Which she's even claimed, I don't even know how old I am. I can't remember how old she has posted. We have thousands upon thousands of screenshots. How many different screenshots do we have in regards to
her not knowing her
not
age?
Knowing their age, saying I'm 61, I'm 62, I can't remember how old I am. Like,
she doesn't know.
We have a whole folder of just she can't even figure out how old she is.
I'm betting if it was them though, she would have plastered it all over online.
Well, we already know it's just a matter of time before she says he did something to the child. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the insanity of him even wanting to be on the property, which I get it. He's homeless. He's a rug addict. He has nowhere else to go. He's got nothing. And what they see is free labor. Oh, if I can make him work, if I let him stay here. Can somebody please explain to me how free labor from a rug addict and an aggressive individual who's been arrested for so many different things is safe for the child versus not having that person on the property. You know, when you have a child, you think of the safety of the child first. You think of the love for the child first. You don't think I can get free labor. I can grift more off of somebody. And then we already know where this is all going to go anyway. They're going to accuse them of things. Mm-hmm. The insanity of it.
It's sickening. Again, her story of why she moved to Otter Creek does not add up. Way too many holes, and it just doesn't make any sense.
But what was her story again?
Evidently, you don't know her story.
I don't even know where her next meal is coming from, but I know she's got a Hales of a display at the flea market right now.
She just debunked herself because she is not indigent.
You think that's coming up in court? You better believe it's coming up in court. Mm. You better believe it's coming up in court. My goodness. I mean, how foolish can these fools be? And every time I put out the challenge, they go, challenge accepted. Mm. Challenge, by the way, she is now involved in a second federal lawsuit, which we will get to in just a moment, because we have a major donor who actually came forward yesterday. You know, we were having a very relaxing Saturday. Mm-hmm. It was, Deanna is at home with her daughter and Baby Ventures. Baby Ventures, her daughter, her son-in-law, they're all sick. So please pray for them, okay? Please pray for them. They are all sick, and Deanna really needed to go home and help. Now, my fear is Deanna's going to get sick as well. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you she's going to get sick. So we want to be praying for Deanna, her family, Baby Ventures, because she had to go home and help take care of the baby. For those that don't know, Baby Ventures' parents both work at the same place at the same time. And it's a tremendous help to have Deanna there to help, especially when Baby Ventures is sick. Everybody who has seen Baby Ventures has never seen him without a huge smile. For the first time, Deanna goes, hey, look at him. Is he okay?
Is there something wrong with
yeah, he's not smiling. I've never seen him without a smile, and he is the happiest baby I've ever seen, and the biggest, most beautiful smile I've ever seen. Like he just lights up. And so be praying for Deanna and her family as well. But then Sissy, who's been helping us with packaging, and she's so good at it. Like, Sissy just knows, all right, this box does this, boom, boom, boom. I mean, she could do it blindfolded, both hands behind her back, but she had to have surgery on her hand, carpal tunnel. And so Sissy's been out as well. And Sissy's so sweet. Sissy's literally going, I'm so sorry. I wanted to do this after you guys are gone and da-da-da. And when it was a break, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Sissy, take care of your own health. You have to take care of your own health. We will make it work. We will make it work. So Saturday was actually, out of all the other days of the week, because I went to Orlando, I got 2 huge units. Saturday was very calm, laid back. Friday night was a little bit more hectic. Saturday was kind of eased into it. Yes, absolutely worked. Eased into it, and it was calm. And then all of a sudden, boosh, the What the Hale's anti-ecosystem exploded on each other. And this is the funniest thing. One individual, Pile Iguano, takes his 3-hour live stream and then puts it to members only. Well, we already have it all captured anyway. And then Stupid Dump actually does a little bit over 30 minutes, and we have that immediately. And he puts it to private and tries to hide it, which, by the way, we are going to get to the new federal suit. Stupid Dave is part of that new federal suit. He is being sued in federal court, as are others, such as Ray Boneless and Marla Huge and Deuce and the God of Nothing, who is lawless. And we can keep going on. But Crook, Lynette, absolutely as well. Well, we'll get there. We're not quite there yet. That's your teaser, okay? So there is a new federal lawsuit that has been filed, and we will get there. But we have a donor that comes in, and from my understanding, from what I can understand, this individual has given a significant amount of money and has stressed that $56,000 was given. Now, originally, I was thinking, well, this has got to be pounds. This individual claims that they're overseas. And there's other people that claim this individual is me. So anyways, this individual is overseas, and claims that $56,000 was given.
This person
And
is across the pond.
I'm thinking that is US dollars. No, that's pounds converted to US dollars. Now, for those who can't do math, specifically if you're a walrus and you can't do conversion rates between monetary, that is over $70,000. As a matter of fact, 56,000 pounds is $70,739.20, given the
USD.
conversion rate yesterday. And so we understand there are those that can't read simple legal paperwork or do math and conversion rates. But it has come out that this individual, this donor, has stated no, that was US dollars. So $56,000 US dollars was given by one individual for Lynette and Croak for their home. Now, if you haven't seen this barn, it is not a barnuminium. You understand a barnuminium comes from the word condominium. It's big. This is the size of a mid-sized garage, okay? And so 56,000, honestly, would go a long, long, long way in completing this. But nothing has happened. Literally nothing has happened. As a matter of fact, George, I think this is important, okay? We both are marked safe from scamming anybody over $70,000 or $56,000. We're marked safe today. We didn't scam anybody. Yeah, nice, nice. We didn't scam anybody. So here is the most unusual thing ever. Okay, first of all, there are very stringent and very strict laws, not only in Florida, but across the United States in regards to fundraising. And these laws have all been broken. Okay. Now, this shouldn't shock anybody because these are fraudsters. These are known convicted fraudsters. Let's take Gabe. Yeah, Gabe Weeks there. Uses a false name and frauds an elderly in 2004 over $500. Okay, now he's using money and he's using blow, and you know the sugar booger. He likes to kick back with a little coke, and he frauds hurricane victims, other elderly, and he gets busted. He is a felon, as is some of the others, such as Dodgy Robbie, who is also being sued in another federal lawsuit right now.
Which his mugshot is floating around.
His mugshot is floating around. Yes, his mugshot is floating
but
around. But
he's very open about being a felon.
He wasn't open until we exposed it. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things he always wanted to hide when we were on the property. He wants to hide that he's a chronic smoker. He's an addicted smoker. He does all kinds of things. There's certain things when you're on the property you were allowed to film, you weren't allowed to film. There's certain things I had to tell him, this is no good for YouTube. You need to stop this. You need to do this. You need to change this. And so he was never, ever, ever open about it until we exposed it. Okay, so now he's open about it. He can't run away from it. It's all public information. The same with Gabe and the same with other. You even had Palaguano going, well, at least I don't have a felony. I have misdemeanors. Yeah, he has misdemeanors. Dealing rugs. Now, they took it down to a misdemeanor because they put him on probation. Now, I could go into that, but you know what? We'll just wait until Ohio court for him. Now, Palaguano is not a part of this federal suit because he's being sued in Ohio court. And since I'm a resident of Ohio, he's a resident of Ohio, doesn't work in federal court. He will have his own suit altogether. But these others are all going to be in federal court. So you have a donor that gives $56,000, George, $56,000. And Lynette clearly states this in a chat, okay? This is mind-boggling, literally mind-boggling. Lynette states this in a chat. All right, let's see if we can get it. First of all, she says, no, we have never asked for more money. We do not know the amounts. All right, first of all, they keep asking for more money, but we do not know the amounts given, and we will use all we've gotten as far as we can to go from there. I did not beg for any more money from anywhere. Did everybody just understand that? We do not know the amounts given. Now, if that's not scammers scamming scammers, I don't know what is. So we've got to ask the question, All right, Lynette and Crook doesn't know the amount given. Therefore, are they getting all that they should be given? Now, I don't know if you love What the Hales, and I don't know if you love to hate What the Hales. You're both in the chat right now. If you love to hate us, you should be running to Lynette and Crook and saying, listen, this individual gave $56,000 US for you. Why have you not seen it? Why do you not know the amounts? You are being taken advantage of. You are being stolen from. Interesting enough, Lynette calls the Levy County Sheriff when she's stolen, that little thievery of $50 for a finger monkey on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I'm curious if she's called Levy County Sheriff yet about Lisa and Gabe stealing from her. Now, we keep hearing, I don't have to show the receipts. No, she actually does have to show the receipts per Florida statutes. This is being investigated. This is being pursued. Now, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and make some bets and some guesses here. How much you want to bet she's skimmed off the top, a percentage? Because she keeps saying, my labor, my time, my this, my that. Wait, hold a second. I thought she was all about this child.
Mm-hmm. Well, the grift is part of that. You have to have the child as part of the grift.
Or they have nobody to give.
Correct.
Yeah. My time, my labor, my travel. Do you think she paid Gabe, Sugar Booger Man, to install that fence that's illegal? It's in the county right away. Do you think she skimmed off the top and paid Gabe to actually install it?
Doesn't he have restitution to pay back? He's not going to work for free.
He has restitution he has to pay back. Not only that, he is an unlicensed contractor. And so if she took the money and paid him, oh boy, we got some major issues. Major issues. Listen, if you have not reached out to Lynette yet, if your team Lynette, which by the way, there are no teams here, there's only justice. There's only truth. But if you are, I hate Jeremy Hales. Listen, an individual gave $56,000 designated for the home, for the child. And I don't like Lynette, and I don't like Crook, but I don't like thieves stealing either. And I know they're horrible people, but horrible people are stealing from them too. They should be all over this right now going, where in the world is my money? It was given and designated for me. Now, here's the funniest part of this. Lynette, in her foolishness, oh my goodness, she's so stupid. So stupid. Remember when she was in the deposition and Randy asked her and goes, why are you saying Jeremy's wearing a camera in court? Well, I thought he was filming. Do you know that the court is the one that's filming? I do now. This is the same stupidity from her. She goes on to say, this is the same stupidity over and over again. She has no freaking clue. She didn't know she had to make reports. She doesn't know that she has to have public information, all the money about the 501c3. She doesn't know any of this. She hasn't even done any of the reports. Come on, baby.
I find that hard to believe that she doesn't know. She's going to play dumb.
Right here. Fundraising funds are not gifts and are not taxable. By the way, that is 100% wrong. And then she goes on, go do your own research, people. So stupid. Go do your own research, people. No one needs to pay tax on any money given to us through donations as they're considered gifts. So call the IRS or whatever you want. They gave freely and we thank you. Now, as somebody who is pretty well versed in financial stewardship and tax laws and gifting and donations, every single dollar she is given is taxable. Now, there are very stringent and very strict rules on how I could give a certain bulk amount of money every year, non-taxable, but it is so stringent and so strict. It is not happening in this situation whatsoever. Every single penny is taxable. So either Lisa is paying taxes, which I'm sure it's all burned up on Snowblow right now, or Lynette is going to have to pay taxes, or it's all gone. Who's paying taxes? Every dollar she makes at that flea market, she has to pay taxes on. Why is Social Security not being informed about this? Why is the IRS not being informed about this? And here's what we're hearing. We're hearing, I have until April to inform the IRS. No, you don't. the complete incompetence of these fools. These are individuals who have constantly been in and out of jail, constantly problems with the law, constant
being evicted,
don't pay their bills. What makes you think they're going to report to the IRS? Every single penny given is taxable. She is so incompetent, so stupid, so foolish. You're talking to an individual, if I may be so bold, you're talking to an individual that is very well versed with financial stewardship, giving, donations, taxes, the whole deal on a very large scale. And that is not to brag. That is not to be arrogant. That is to share experience and knowledge. I know how to give gifts that are no longer taxable. I know what is okay and what isn't okay. I know what I can do and what I can't do. She has no clue. Remember, indigent status, doesn't have a penny to her name, doesn't even know how to work with money. No, you stupid people, do your research. Listen, the aspect of her getting any gift, it has to be given in such a specific, stringent way to not be non-taxable. None of this is what's happened. All the money given is taxable. Every single penny is taxable. State laws have been and are continuing to be broken by both Lisa Weeks, by Lynette, by Crook. And I feel for this donor. This donor does not support me. That's fine. But I support transparency.
Well, you're the reason she ended up getting that money.
I support transparency. I support financial stewardship. I support giving. But this donor has been taken advantage of.
And he knows fraud. It now.
This is theft. Lynette and Crook have been taken advantage of.
Lisa's refusing to speak fraud. With him or answer any of his questions.
Is theft. You know how they got Al Capone, George?
I don't know the Al Capone story.
Tax evasion. All the illegal things that he did, they put him in jail for tax evasion. All right. We have a brand new federal lawsuit that has been filed. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up here in just a second.
Okay. And then I have to go soon.
You got time. You got time. You're good. You're good. You're good. All right. I got to give you the phone, but I gotta show it to you. Now, we are not going to go over this completely on our channel. Frankly, we're sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of these people. We want them out of our life. We want them to stay out of our lives, and we want to live in peace. But they keep bringing chaos. So there is a new federal lawsuit, and I don't mind sharing with you. It's 57 pages long, and you can see everybody who is a part of this new lawsuit. And yes, this is another lawsuit. It is not tied to the other lawsuit. So you can see Lynette Michelle, Lacey, Alexis Preston, John Crook, Bruce Matskin, Lisa Weeks, aka Lisa Lee. By the way, this is all of her aliases. You got Marla Hughes, Patty Plummer. You've got, David Helm, Robert Kesey, David Michael Tenderdosh. That stupid dump. And Bone Crusher right there. Now, there will be one addition. That'll be Thomas Collins. He will be in there as well. Busted Can of Biscuit Boy. And then in Ohio, it will be Palaguano, the entire anti-what the hell's ecosystem. And that Deuce himself created. Well, right? That's going to be interesting for him as he's in federal court. And the rest of them are in federal court. So there is, as I've already shared, isn't it funny how every time I share something, the haters will say he's lying, he's bluffing, he never tells the truth. And everything I say actually happens. It actually happens. By the way, they've been given so much grace and mercy from me. There's none. There's none left. I'm done with their crap. Yes. All of them. Every single last one of them. Now, I'm not done having fun because, George, what are you going to go do right now? I'm going to go set up our Whatnot live auction where you can enter and win this $100 Amazon gift card. I will see you guys on Whatnot. All right, George is heading over there right now. Again, you want to be a part of helping us with all of our legal fees, everything that we make on whatnot is going towards our legal fees. We are at $267,500 right now between all of our legal fees in Ohio and Florida to make these people stop. The complete and total defamation, the stalking, and the business torticeference. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. For those of you who love What the Hales, thank you for all your love. For those of you who love to hate What the Hales, hey, we all know you're just a lover in disguise. And you should be letting Lynette, you should by all means be concerned about this theft and this fraud. Lynette needs to know, as she says, we know nothing about. That's one donor. Every other donor that's given, where's the money? Who has the money? What's been done with the money? Well, it's being reported to the authorities. And I'm going to go report to Whatnot. Jump on the link. It's in the pinned comment, and I'll see you over there. Stay weird, my friends. Yes, stay weird. You're a weirdo, and I love it.